Hey guys, it's Ben the Coin Geek, and I am on the road again. But I wanted to answer this question I got from Scott saying, my question is: Are higher grade coins, say MS65 and above, more likely to increase in value than lower grade coins over long term? So this is the type of question that we get a lot, and it's the type of question that's worth talking about frequently, just to kind of have some understanding, especially if you're new to the coin market and you're trying to make some decisions about what you should do or maybe not do. How does this all work, right? So one of the things that Scott and I had actually spoken briefly on the phone, and one of the things we talked about is like what's an investment coin, what's not. And so as always, I give the caveat of I don't call coin collecting investing. I call it collecting. I consider it to be a hobby and fun and a great place to put some extra money, right? You know, most of the things that we buy just become worthless if you just look in your garage a little bit and you'll understand what I'm talking about. So his question in this email is about grade and condition. And so the short answer is no. Coins in higher grade do not always sell or appreciate better than coins in lower grades. And here's what I'm about to say is, you know, you should always seek rarity first, condition second. So sometimes you can buy something that's a conditional rarity, which means it's really rare for the condition it's in. But I would always buy the coin that is more rare and maybe in lower grade first before I would buy the coin that is in the higher grade. So let me talk about it a little bit more and give you a little bit of an analogy. It's easy for you to say. So sometimes you'll see this in the real estate market where people will give you the advice, hey, you know, you should buy the least expensive home in the nicest neighborhood. So that's actually a pretty neat little correlation here, or a little bit of an analogy to what we're talking about with coins, because you're not going to buy the nicest. You're just buying something in some place that has high demand. You don't need the nicest home, but you're buying in an area with high demand. The most important thing with almost anything in life when it comes to money and finances and whatever, when it comes to buying and values, is demand. So they talk about supply and demand. Well, what's more important is demand and demand, really. If you think about it, if you really boil it down, you want to be somewhere where everyone else wants to live. That'll make the prices go up. You want coins the same way, right? So you want coins that everyone is always looking for or that are hard to locate. You don't necessarily have to find the highest graded coin. You don't necessarily have to have MS65 and MS66 coins. You can actually buy a lot of well circulated coins that are very valuable and have upside still, right? And so when you talk about the demand area, there's places where there are already plenty of demand or is already plenty of demand. And, you know, usually you're talking about the larger series, like the most popular series are the Morgan Silver Dollars. And then after that, the Lincoln Cent collections. Those are really the two most popular series out there. And so, of course, the high end coins are going to be your best dates, your scarcest dates. But one of the things you may want to look at is getting a really nice date coin in lower grade. I had a customer once who he put together an entire typeset of nothing but rare date pieces. So he just bought they call them key dates, the dates that are hardest to get. That's all he purchased, and his type album was so cool. So his penny had the '09 SVDB, and his nickel, his Buffalo nickel, was a three-legger. And so these are all the type of coins that, you know, you can buy a nice circulated coin and sit on it for a long time and likely have some appreciation over time, versus buying a coin that's, say, a little bit more common in the same price range, but it's a high grade. So in other words, I would buy a low grade 1909 SVDB before I would buy like an MS67, 66 plus Morgan, whatever. I'm trying to do apples to apples a little bit on the price points here. You know, but the idea is accommodate Morgan in 66 versus an '09 SVDB. I'd buy the SVDB. Me personally. Now, I always get back to collecting, though. Like, you know, if you're collecting things, you learn this kind of over time naturally, right? So I'm not telling you, oh, you should only buy this type of coin or that type of coin. The areas that you get interested in, you end up having a lot of knowledge on. And so that way you're able to make better decisions over time, right? So, and that's why I like calling it collecting versus investing, because what happens is when guys want to invest in something, they're kind of looking for the wrong things, right? And they can get played really easy. It's like really easy to have somebody play you if you're looking for investment coins. And boy, there's a lot of people that'll help you do that, right? So Anyway, I hope that helps. You guys can leave your comments down below. As always, really enjoy the hobby aspect, and certainly, take your time. Don't just jump into stuff blindly, but take time to learn about it a little bit. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'm Ben the Coin Geek. You can subscribe by clicking on the owl button in the corner and watch more videos on the right side of the screen. Thanks.